I hate to say this, but at some point during the game when you know they're going to lose, I'm dead serious. I'm really looking forward to the postgame. I really look forward to the postgame to see how Ollie handles the questions. I really do.
How do you think he's doing? Honestly.
I don't think he's doing well, but it's hard to do well when you're 10-20.
I get it. So that's one of my question, really. And you're a smart guy. You've been around. You played. When you're a coach, I think, first of all, how you're perceived when things aren't going well is kind of, it tells a lot about you as a leader, right?
Yes, it does.
And you can't be happy-go-lucky, but you can't act like you're blaming the media either. So it's a fine line. So based on that context, how do you think he's doing?
So even though we like to joke about all these things, I really don't like to nitpick. Like, I really don't care, but I don't think it's a great look. Now, could that reporter, I don't know who it was, could they have asked that in a different way? Because we knew how he was going to react because he has already to that same question several times. So could the reporter have asked in a better way? I'm sure. But that is an issue. You're trying to win series. When you lose the opener every single series, your chances and odds of winning the series drop precipitously.
I was going to use that word too.
I didn't even think I could pronounce it correctly. Mm-hmm. But, dude, you are what? 0-10? So that, I'm not saying like the Cardinals don't prepare enough for the first game. They don't have good hitters meetings. But that's bad.
Maybe they don't.
So to act like the dude can't ask that question, I do think it's kind of a bad look when he just stares the kid down, whoever it was. It's frustrating. I think that's not a great look. I think Ollie needs to wear it a little bit because you're part of the problem.
Are you?
Not the media's fault. It's not Brendan Schaefer's fault. Brendan Schaefer asked you a question, and then you asked Brendan a question.
Was that
Shays?
I think he wanted Brendan to re-explain his question, but still, the media's doing their job.
They are.
They don't want to go in there and whisper for a 10-20 team. Win some damn games.
Thank you, Charlie.
And the post games will be a little more fun, although they're kind of more interesting when you lose.
I know.
So here's the thing, though. I get it. Like, you're 0-10 in series opening games, but it's kind of a weird thing because if you're Ollie, how do you explain it? There's no difference in their preparation. Like, you can't say, like Charlie said, well, our hitters meeting was 15 minutes. It really needs to be 40 minutes. There's really no explanation for it. So I could understand the frustration. But I think you're right. If you're the manager, you have to be careful on how you answer those things. But on the other hand, I also think fans like it when you see someone ticked off. Because the truth about baseball, and it's a cliche, but it's also true, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and you can't be prisoner of the moment and just fly off the handle at everything.
Well, you did it at the beginning.
At this point, though, I think you want to see some people ticked off, right? Don't you want to see people, kind of indicating that, no, this is awful for us, too.
I'd rather Ollie do what he did with Tyler O'Neill, something like that now. So you already shot a bullet off early, so now you're kind of, I don't know.
So you believe Ollie lost the team because of his handling of
I didn't say that. I said that he shot one of his bullets. No, I didn't say that, but I said he shot one of his bullets, and he got pissed right off the bat, and now you're 10-20, and you can't get pissed all the time. You already did it, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't say you lost the room. A lot of people are.
Well, you're wrong.
No, you're in there. I'm not. But,
listen,
people are saying.
I'm not saying that the whole team is wondering what the heck's going on, but I promise you, the fact that he called out Tyler O'Neill, the young players aren't like, we're not playing for this guy. He lost us. It isn't like that. There's nothing to that.
You hear that, guys? There's nothing to it.
I don't think that's the point, though. I don't think that's what people are really saying.
Oh, they
Except
are.
for on the text line.
Yeah, they are saying
specifically,
that.
That's what I'm... Because what will happen on the text line, they're saying, oh, you're defending this. No, I'm saying that has nothing to do with what's going on now. That has nothing to do with Ollie losing the team because he threw a young player under the bus. That is not accurate to say the other young players saw that, and now the whole team's in disarray.
But I think you're taking that, and I know the text line does too. Sometimes they're...
It's on social media.
Okay, well, there's a lot of sewage on social media.
Charlie, what's smarter, our text line or Twitter?
Well, they're the same people.
Same thing.
And I love all of them.
I know, so do I.
Honestly,
I love the text line. I don't love Twitter.
Well, I love some of the comments. They're very funny.
Yeah.
People are very witty and all that. I never said, and I don't think reasonable Cardinal fans think that Ollie lost the team with the Tyler O'Neill comments. I do think it was a little odd, and you could say maybe he doesn't read the room too well. I think that's fair.
Could be fair, yeah. You want to hear from Ollie? See who asked that question if he had it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cole.
Let's see. There may be some whisperings. We may have to really listen.
I know. Oh, God.
You know, we've asked a lot about the record and series openers. Just how frustrating of a trend is that for you guys?
Frustrated.
3-second pause. But he stared him down.
Really?
He took a big... Frustrating.
Yeah, you could hear the breath in the microphone.
No big deal.
No, I kind of liked it. It was entertaining.
No big deal.
Again, it's more entertaining than the game.
Exactly. That's
on
the problem.
social media, though, the guy, I think it's Cardinals Gifts. I can't remember where I saw it. So
He's good.
But they did a dramatic push-in on Ollie's face, and you could see the daggers coming out of his eyes, so it made it more dramatic.
I know. I get that.
Listening to it doesn't capture,
No, it doesn't capture
what they
it.
did with it on social media.
And by the way, this is just my opinion. If you have to assess blame, remember early in the year when Doug Armstrong said, it's a third on me, it's a third on the coaching staff, it's a third on the players, which I think is fair. But baseball, I actually think Ollie is the least to blame. First of all, he can only... No, I'm saying, okay, if you have to assess blame, no, I'm going to go after other people, don't worry.
Go after them.
But it's the front office who put the team together, and it's the players who many of them are underperforming to ridiculous rates, and guys that are making a lot of money, not just Steven Matz. I do think Nolan Arenado will turn it around, but he's down there by Kiz.
Oh, God.
Getting close to Kiz.
I got like four texts last night.
And we love Kiz. But, I mean, Nolan Arenado was an MVP candidate.
I know.
Last year.
Swinging at
A lot of people
everything.
thought this year he could win the MVP. He's one of the worst hitters on the team right now.
He's been through it before. Last May was awful for him. I think he's going to come around. There's no question. But like I said before, like Goldschmidt is having a decent year, but not a power year. But if there are guys on base or someone after him hits, all of a sudden the doubles that he gets and the singles are creating runs, and it doesn't look as bad. You take a guy like Arenado, who's gotten off to a brutally slow start, out of the mix, your whole lineup looks depleted, especially if other guys aren't contributing. And as for Kiz, he ain't hitting.
I know.
But I'm telling you, that there are pitchers that like throwing to him.
Yeah.
There's some value in that. I'm not saying that makes him a 300 hitter. He's been brutal at the plate. He'd be the first to admit
It's weird because you would think that he could figure it out. He's a smart guy. He's a catcher. He sees balls thrown at him all the damn time. I don't know. I'm just rooting for the guy, man. I just felt bad looking at my phone. People, Daddy Padre, Kiz is lost. Kiz is lost. You watch Kiz. Oh, my God. Okay. He's not the problem.
So
everybody else.
He's a backup catcher.
He's a backup catcher. We love him. He comes on every damn Monday.
we shouldn't have him then.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
So we're to blame. So
we'd
it's
say no.
third on the front office. It's a third on Ollie. It's a third on the players.
God.
But there's also a fraction.
We're distracting Kiz, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
From his
Maybe.
preparation.
Always make time for you guys.
Especially first game of a
Cole.
series. Think about that. First game of a series when they go and they lose every first game of the series, Kiz is more focused on the radio
Oh, God.
than the pitchers'
we're
meetings and
ruining
the
him.
hitters' meeting.
Dude, he could be he could be sleeping in. B, he could be getting stretched out. C, he could be working on his game. Nobody's talking to
This
us.
team, if it weren't for us, this team would be around 500.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right on that.
You got to look in the mirror.
Sharon said, Charlie, she goes, morning, boys. Otani's translator did make the trip, but he's already right on the field with Newtmar. But let's talk about Charlie and his funny tweets last night. Sure, they were a bit corny, but still funny during a frustrating time. Just wanted to give him a shout-out today. He had me laughing on my couch, Sharon. Oh, my God.
Thank you, Sharon.
Little corny. Right. Let's read some. Read some.
Can someone else read them?
Yeah.
I will.
Okay, go ahead. Let's do it. I'll read a couple more here, too, by the way. There was always one inning, Ferg. Meaning they, blow up one inning.
But if you take that inning out,
then they did pretty dang good.
it's like Spags. If you take away
Yeah.
the 85-yard touchdown run and the 67-yard touchdown run, We only allowed 64 yards rushing.
He's got it already. Go ahead, Cole.
Yeah, so he had 3 good ones. He had, can the Cardinals tank for Connor Bedard? That was one.
That's dang good.
Hey, I know hockey.
That's funny. I didn't see that.
That's me pretending to know hockey.
That was funny.
I thought you broke that out earlier. I thought I saw that.
Did you repeat
I
that
seen
joke?
that on
Is he
Twitter.
recycling material?
Are you recycling jokes like Andy
No,
does?
I would never steal somebody else's joke either. I would never do
That's
that.
what Andy does.
Intentional.
The
reason I like
just threw
your
that out.
tweet,
That was a good one.
I always say Charlie's a great follower. The reason why I left that alone is I thought I had seen it out there before, and I thought you
did.
I thought you were recycling.
Well, here's the deal. I didn't go and search Twitter to see if somebody else had made a joke before I make a joke.
Yeah, I
if
just
somebody
said-
else did it first,
Do you
then
write
good
it
for
down
them.
before the
Yeah,
show?
I just
like
said it
Jim
wasn't
does?
intentional. I said it wasn't intentional.
Oh, God.
Maybe I'm wrong.
His most successful tweet last night said, "This team cares more about patches than pitches."
Whoa. Sponsor chirp. Dang, boy.
And
You're skating on thin ice.
He had 2 sponsored chirps, and I thought this was actually the funniest, and it was his worst performing one, but it was the funniest to me. Does Stiefel get a discount because Ollie doesn't wear a uniform?
Think about it.
Oh, wow.
Think about it.
Charlie.
That
Who
was
gets
good.
more?
Throwing bombs.
Who gets more camera time than Ollie?
Yeah,
And
dude.
so Stiefel wants that camera time, and Ollie doesn't wear the uniform.
Does his sweater
Look what
get
he's
a,
doing.
get a
He's-
Stiefel
no, but
patch
the-
on it too?
I think Ollie should take a piece of notebook paper, write Stiefel,
Yeah.
and tape it to his shoulder.
I like
So the guy from Stiefel, I
Crumbling.
interviewed him for pregame.
Yeah.
And he said to me, he said, "You have a radio show, right?" He said, "We want to get behind the show." He said,
Oh, good.
"But there's some guys on your show seem to be tweeting out negative stuff about Stiefel."
Oh, no.
It's funny because my wife actually works for Stiefel, so I'm very
Oh,
pro.
she's probably going to get. Well,
I'm very pro Stiefel.
Well, now I'm worried about her job.
Actually, she got a call after my second tweet. And they said, "Tell your husband to shut up about Stiefel."
Yep.
Oh, you're going, Zoe.
And they said, "Tell his radio co-host to quit dropping news 8 hours early." On
Oh, yeah, I know. I ruined the surprise.
Yeah.
I ruined everything.
Called an embargo.
God.
Called an embargo.
I saw Katie Wu tweeting out a bunch of stuff, and everyone was trying to guess what it was. I'm like, huh? You should have listened to Hot Take Central.
Should have
this morning.
listened. Worst team and manager in Cardinals history.
Wow.
Really?
In history.
Wow, that's a lot of history. Is it the worst?
You got to go back to what, about 1973 to have a bad start like this? Is that right, folks? Something like that?
Man.
Microbiologist Jack says, "Tank for Ethan Holiday."
Oh,
Yes.
wow. That's a
good
damn good one.
I think he's a sophomore, but you could tank for the next 3 years.
3 years. Care. This fan base, they won't care. You got to look at the future, Charlie. You know that. Fergie chimes in. The Cardinals rotation reality. Jordan Montgomery, Jack Flaherty, Miles Michaelis, Steven Matz, Jake Woodford. What the Cardinals rotation feels like. Jordan Montgomery, Dakota Hudson, Dakota Hudson, Dakota Hudson, Dakota Hudson. That was a good one, Ferg Dog. Shout out to the fellows on the show. Big fan of y'all. And I'm finally chatting live from Charlie's YouTube. That's cool.
They're chatting live? What?
I guess.
What's that mean?
He's chatting live came from finally. Whatever.
Read Wobbs.
We're
Wobbs.
doctors.
Jim is making excuses for Marmol. Let's face it, the kids quit on him.
Yep.
The kids got together.
All the kids are like,
and
"We're
they
done."
said, "Hey, I know we want to be bona fide major leaguers and get big checks.
Yeah.
but we won't do it. We'll purposely tank
What
on
he
Ollie."
did to Tyler
It
O'Neill.
makes no sense.
And also, Arenado, not a kid. Steven Matz, not a kid.
No.
A lot of guys making cash.
Yeah, and they're not kids, and they're not playing well, that is. The best Ollie quote is how the league loves seeing the Cardinals fail. Jesus, victim much? That's so arrogant and stupid. It's that kind of crap that makes the rest of the league chirp. The best fans in baseball and the Cardinal way crap. God.
Come on, that was actually.
What did he do?
I liked
That was a good quote.
He said,
What'd he do?
It's true.
the rest of the league loves it because we're always good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the one that I had ready to go. You want to listen to it?
Yeah.
No one's feeling sorry for us right now, okay? The league loves watching us fail because we're good every year. So there's not a team out there that's sitting back and feeling sorry for us. No one's going to hand us anything, and we're just going to have to dig deep and prove everybody wrong. And we're up for the task.
Are you?
What a terrible thing to say.
Sharon, yeah,
What
I
would
gotta-
you say? What would you say, Cam?
I would say that's not that big of a deal.
No, I mean if you were the manager.
I'd
What
say,
kind
I'm
of things would
smacking
you-
everybody around. Damn it. Cameras on me the whole time. I don't have a patch. These guys ain't playing for me. I'm smacking cats around. Get in here.
That's
Thank
pretty good.
you.
That's pretty good.
That's what I'm doing.
That's
Thank you.
pretty good.
Man.
I'm going to give you a bell ring.
Take that. Play with me.
That was a good answer, and it is true. When you look at the standings,
Thank you. Oh.
It is. Well, no, your take was great, but it is true. It's odd to look at the MLB standings and start comparing the Cardinals to the A's.
Oh.
I know the Royals had their nice little run there, but we're talking Rockies. We're not used to this.
No.
And the Cardinals did beat up on everybody and have for a long time.
Yes, they have.
Decades.
Damn right.
So they love. You don't think the Pirates love waking up and seeing themselves, Cole's Pirates, in first place?
Yeah.
And seeing the Cardinals? We used to laugh about the Pirates. We used to joke about the Pirates, that there was nothing worse than a Cardinals-Pirates midweek series.
Are they still missing O'Neal?
I used to say that.
Oh yeah, till August.
Pittsburgh was sort of the convenience store of the NL Central. You're not playing well, you pop into Pittsburgh, win 2 out of 3, pop a burrito in the microwave there, and maybe get a Slurpee.
Yeah.
And the Reds are also not trying to win. Last offseason, they purposefully just shed their entire payroll, either didn't re-sign guys or traded away anybody making money. They are not right now in this window trying to win baseball games, and they are better than the Cardinals.
And their owner chirped the fans saying, where else are you going to go?
What are you going to do? Where else can you go?
Go?
The truth is, Jim stood up Ohtani for the interview and big-timed him to fire up the Cardinals. Thank you, Big Cat, and thank you, Cardinals, for nothing except a stupid patch pizza wallet.
I like the patch, though. And you know what? It's a nice patch. It's subtle. It's red. Hey, bring in money.
Stupid
hey,
patch.
Bring in money with the patch, but how about actually use that money to maybe get a starting pitcher?
Dang, Charlie.
Stiefel with the patch, that's great. Use the money on the damn team.
There it is, buddy.
On the team.
Yep.
The offense hasn't been very good either, Charlie.
Correct, and I was wrong about that. I'll admit.
All
But
right.
nobody thought the rotation was going to be good. Nobody. There's not one person in baseball that thought the rotation was going to be good.
And we see some defense that isn't very good. Like
Their
that's what
base
makes
running
it-
is now
Their
awful.
base running's
By the
awful.
way, credit to Bernie Miklasz because he has all the stats. I was driving around yesterday. He had the receipts. Remember when Matheny was here and all we complained about, this team has lost the fundamentals. Go to Bernie's segment, 590thefan.com. Listen to it. Remember, Schilt comes in. He cleans up the bad fundamentals.
Yep.
Great defensively. Great base running. We're now one of the worst teams base running this year. One of the worst.
Who's he blaming? What's he saying?
Well, to me, that's where you do blame the coaching staff. Players, too, but that is something that's fundamental baseball.
That's fair.
Okay.
And defensively, you see things that you haven't seen in a while with the Cardinals. Defense. They're
Turn 'em up.
supposed to be.
There it is.
They're supposed to be having an advantage with defense and base running before you bring in anything else. Like the Cardinals are going to be better defensively and in terms of base running, and we're not even seeing that.
If there's no difference in the preparation, then maybe they need someone different doing the preparing. Angry old guy. That wasn't a mean tweet.
To be fair, they are losing every opener. They're also losing 2 out of every 3 game. So, law of averages. I mean, they're losing 2 out of every 3.
Yeah, but how about Ohtani not meeting with the media?
I can't believe that.
Ugh.
Jim needs to be more like Al Roboski.
Yeah.
And just tell it how it is. Stop being a wuss.
Thank you. These broadcasters should jump off a building.
Yeah, Jim, you jumping on any windows?
It's so silly. Like Al says the same thing I'm saying.
Some great fireballs tonight.
Tell it like it is.
This is garbage.
Garbage. Peter Ducey, laugh out loud. Thanks, Cab. Did not see that one coming, and now I'm cleaning my OJ off the kitchen island. Sorry about that, homie. Yeah, I just saw Peter Ducey, and
Is he the Fox guy?
yeah.
Because isn't there another Peter that used
His
to
dad.
cover? No.
Oh,
Who's the kid that used to cover local sports and now he's the Colorado Avalanche beat writer? Is it Peter something?
I don't remember.
Anybody?
Anybody?
Mizzou guy? Never mind.
No.
That's who I thought you were talking about.
No. Cat is not paying attention to the vibe in the locker room. He is too consumed looking for the free carrot cake.
Yep.
Now he's getting
Giveaways, bobbleheads.
he's starting to get a little
Who's that?
Belt bags?
He's starting to
I
get
don't-
pissy again.
But I'll say it again. I appreciate that Cardinal fans are pissed.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they care.
Yes.
So they can be frustrated, angry, and rightfully so. And
We have been
you know what?
hoodwinked.
They're the ones that pay the bills for
Damn
the
right.
Cardinals, for Bally's, for everyone.
Yep.
So they're allowed to vent and everything. I just say, the name calling and stuff doesn't get us anywhere.
I get that.
This fan base, if you're a Cardinals and Blues fan, you had the last 3-4 months of the Blues season, and it was awful. And all you were doing is looking forward to some good sports.
That's it.
To a winning team.
That's it.
And now the Cardinals are even worse than the Blues were.
You play to win.
All right, we bashed the Blues pretty
Peter
damn
Baugh is Greg texted.
Peter Baugh, yeah, that's who I was talking about.
Okay. I don't think Ollie lost the room, but going 10-20 after that makes him look like a serious goof. He hasn't recovered from his terrible playoff managing either, Patty V. Ollie's taking it,
I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Yeah, don't put a banana in your tailpipe.
No, something like that. Yeah, you're the manager, and the team had a bad exit in the postseason, and now they're terrible in the early going of this season. Yeah, it's on you. He knows it.
Jim is just making excuses for Marmol. Let's face it, the kids did quit on him.
I read that one. This is from the all-knowing expert. Cat apologized to Seth. Marmol is a choker.
Oh!
I'll tell you what, Seth is looking better and better. Yes, he is.
No. Stick up for yourself.
No.
You're okay.
Hey.
We'll get
It's
him on, and
everybody's
you
fault.
can tell him. We'll get him on, and you can tell me.
I knew that was coming. We'll get him on.
Hopefully he's still with us.
Oh, boo.
He might be
As a
longer-
manager or
He might be
alive?
here longer than us. I'd be careful. Might be here longer than
That
us.
was a good little rebuttal.
I doubt
there.
that.
That was a good rebuttal.
I doubt that Ollie will be here longer. The sports talk radio business, we are all cockroaches.
Yeah, right.
We will end up somewhere.
Yes,
It'll be here.
cockroaches.
It'll be here.
He'll be here.
We never go away.
No.
We never
We're
go.
always
Hey,
here.
we've outlasted La Russa
There you
and
go.
Matheny and Schultz. Let me tell you something, Ollie, if you're listening. We'll outlast you
you.
too, and then Stubby after that.
Groovy,
they'll
all of
always
them.
they'll always pass over Stubby, so it'll probably be somebody else.
Not Stubby, but
Anybody
everybody
but
else.
Stubby. Hey, anybody can manage this club except for Stubby.
Good call on that, Seth. He might not be here. You're right.
Or us. Monty. Or us. Monty.
But now we're
texted-
making comments. People listening are thinking now the show's going to go
No,
away, which is
hell
not
no.
true.
Hell
I'm
So
just
everybody
talking
knows.
about
Yeah.
media in general.
No, we always stick around somewhere.
Cockroaches.
Somewhere.
It could be YouTube. It could be podcasts.
Anything you want. We ain't going nowhere.
I've never seen this on the text line before. Monty said, "Don't read the last one." Voice texting.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're going to read whatever
We're
you
going to
put in
read it.
here.
Damn right.
Well, it's probably typos.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's funny.
I didn't want to too much work to go back and see the one he was
I
talking
mean, Aaron, your old guy's crazy.
Oh.
Go ahead. What are you going to say?
I got Monty's text. It said, "What's the common denominator? Phone through 3 skippers and nothing's changed. Mo has to go."
Oh, that rhymed, too. If it rhymes at the end, you know it's
Hashtag
true.
Mo has to go.
I think Mo has already basically started the transition to the next guy. He essentially said that during spring training. Did he not?
He got an extension.
Okay.
Around.
But I don't think that was a guarantee because it sounded like he maybe wanted to move on. And I think he said during spring training, they're going to start basically with responsibilities, putting more on the Gershes and the Floreses of the world.
Way to bring up Arenado's May from last year, Kat. No one has heard that before. It's talked about 10 times every game, angry old guy.
Well, we were talking about Arenado and whether or not he'll get it back. I know it's crazy to bring that up, angry old guy.
Garcia leads AL in RBI, and second, Randy A. Wisdom leads NL in home runs, and Gala leads in wins. Loss. Cat, oh, man.
What, are you talking about Patrick Wisdom? Is
Yeah,
that-
that's Andy Felterbush.
I don't think anyone at
You're
the time
laughing.
wanted. No one's crying over it. I mean, you could talk about a Rosarena, and there's always going to be guys out there. A Rosarena, to me, is an obvious one. He's a really good player.
Yeah.
And they made a choice of their outfielders, and right now it looks horrible.
Yeah, that's it.
Donovan needs to go to the outfield. I would help out because you got a bunch of middle infielders, and you're struggling in the outfield, and he can play the corner outfield.
He's good.
positions.
He's a good player. He's a good
Has anybody
player.
asked him that yet in the press conferences about has he considered putting Donovan in the outfield?
He has been in the outfield a little bit. You mean just
On a more so regular basis?
On a regular basis. I think they wanted – part of what Ali had said was, look, we want to get these guys going. Like, if we're going to win and we think these guys can play better, and he's talking about O'Neill, Carlson, Newbar, we got to play them, you know? And there's also Burleson, who they wanted to see get going too, so they want to give them an opportunity. The truth is, none of them really has gone out there and grabbed it. No one.
Grab it.
The outfield is underachieving.
Right,
There's no
right.
question. Maybe that's something that they'll do, but I think they wanted to see if they could get at least a couple of these guys going.
Right, but you got 4 middle infielders in DeYoung, Edman, Donovan, and Gorman, and you're already using Gorman as your DH. But so there's still one man left out between Edman, DeYoung, and Donovan. So I'm thinking those guys I think are more reliable than the outfield at this point. So I got to think you put Donovan in the outfield
At some point, that's
Okay. We're figuring things out here on Hot Take Central. That's what we do. Go ahead,
I
Charlie.
think that's fair.
And for context, Nolan Arenado's OPS this year is 590. He had
we like him now. 590.
no. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Actually, Dylan Carlson's is also 590. But last year, Arenado had 2 really bad months. He had a great year overall, but he was 642 OPS in May, and he was 649 in September.
Why are you bringing up May?
Why are you bringing up May?
Already?
My point is,
We've heard it already.
he can have an amazing year
old guy.
and still have. I mean, he had 2 really bad months last year and was what, top 5 MVP?
Yeah. Coaxie's on you now, Cat. Cat, all of your fluffing has impacted your ability to speak into the damn mic. It's next level bad this morning, for F's sakes.
Wow.
You were turning over a little bit. You've been doing okay. It's okay. We just want to hear you, baby. That's all. That's all. If they don't want to hear you, that's the
Let me
problem.
tell you something.
There you go.
I know you're a tough guy.
I love you.
All right? I know you're a tough guy. I know you're an enforcer. But never take sides against the family again. Never take sides against the family again.
The Hadley family?
The crime family.
Crime family?
That's a line from The Godfather.
That's a line from The Godfather. That was Mo. Was it Mo? No.
Mo Drummond.
Mo Green in Vegas.
No, it was
And
the brother.
It's the little brother there,
brother
yeah.
said, kind of tried to speak
Fredo?
on behalf of, Fredo spoke on behalf of Mo Green.
Remember they were calling...
Michael said, never take
Who were they
sides.
calling Fredo in the media? And he got so pissed. Who was it? Oh, it was
Cuomo.
Cuomo, yeah. They called him Fredo. He got so mad.
Oh, he wanted to fight the guy.
Yeah.
And now
he's so tough.
Now he has
Cuomo
Bill
is
O'Reilly on every night.
Oh, does he?
What
are you watching?
That's News Nation, baby.
I see it
That's
on
Next Star.
I see it on TikTok. I don't even know what News Nation is.
Yeah.
But
They own Fox 2.
all right.
But don't
take it
ever
easy.
take sides with anyone
But
against the family again.
But I think they're trying to find their way in the open landscape of television news, and it is weird. Every time I see it on TikTok, Cuomo is with Bill O'Reilly, and I'm assuming when you're trying to get something started, Bill O'Reilly must have a lot of followers on his streaming or social media.
Because you'll learn.
So you have him on trying to get people to watch your new product, right?
Well, to be fair, and I don't watch it at all, I've seen a clip here and there of O'Reilly, but News Nation, they are trying to be the cable news network that's down the middle. So having Bill O'Reilly on helps.
With Fredo?
Helps that. No, I mean, if you're having, we all know Chris Cuomo was on CNN, Bill O'Reilly was on Fox. But that network also, they get everybody who is just on any cable news network and has been fired in the last 5 to 10 years.
Yep.
I don't want to call them retreads because we're all retreads, but like their entire lineup is people that used to be on either MSNBC, Fox, and CNN about 7 to 10
And they all
years
got
ago.
fired for like being like Pepe Le Pew and stuff.
Little this, little that.
You know,
maybe little ratings.
Little touchy.
Little Me Too movement.
Yeah.
A little bit ratings.
I never.
A little bit ageism.
There's no women working in that.
Little phone issue. I never really liked
Phones.
that.
Oh,
I never liked Bill O'Reilly.
I actually
never
did.
found him.
I loved
I
him
read
back
all
in.
of his books
Me
back
too.
in the day.
Me too.
I loved when he had Jon Stewart on back in the day.
Yep, I did too. And Stewart had that thing. He goes,
They were funny.
They were hilarious, man. They were buddies too, which was cool.
Do it live.
They never got really pissed at each other, but they go toe to toe. No one goes toe to toe anymore. It's all fluff. They agree. I agree with your agreement. Agree. Disagree. Damn. Get David Solomon on this managing experience and ask how Ollie can improve, especially with the media. Solomon could help out in a lot of ways.
Walks.
How so?
Well, you saw
Good
how
starts to games.
You saw how he managed that game the other day against Setty Boy.
Think about that.
15 guys.
Seth, were
staying
you
home.
outmanaged by Solomon
Are
in
you
that
kidding
game?
me?
Not me
Honestly.
personally. I didn't manage, but he. If we would have
was
taken
your
more
team
walks,
outmanaged?
Yeah.
we had no manager. So, who
Well,
was
he had
the
leaders. He had
competition?
leaders.
Player coach.
Yeah, he outmanaged my captain of the Hoosiers.
He did.
And what's
of the
his
Central-
name? And what's the captain's name?
Billy.
Hey, Billy.
Billy.
Do better.
Figure it out, Billy. Okay, 15 runs. Come on.
You know what your team needs is a patch on your uniform.
No.
That'll fix
Does Billy wear the C?
Yeah.
Listen, guys, I'm the captain of the beer league team.
You see it?
Where's the yellow armband?
No, does it? He doesn't say captain. All right, good.
Gather around, guys. Here's the
He makes the
lineup.
schedule.
There are
In the
certain
lineup.
things that
That's
are
funny.
stereotypes that are true. Like in youth basketball,
Yeah.
if you're playing a team where the other team's coach has a shirt that says coach, you're going to win that game.
That's how it is.
You're always going to win when you're playing a team where the coach is wearing a shirt that says coach on the front or back.
Unless it's I-9, because every coach has the word coach on the back of the red shirt, so the kids know who the coaches are
There you go.
when they get to the field.
I'll tell you, my buddy.
What is I-9?
I-9 is a youth sports. It's a national youth sports organization.
My buddy's coaching his kids, and he's like, man, the other day we just got into like this arguing match with these moms that are just going crazy. They're 7 years old. They're playing baseball, and right out there, like everybody's happy. And my buddy's like, run the bases hard. Come on, go hard, go hard. And the lady's screaming at my buddy who's coaching, why are you telling these kids to run? They're going to get hurt. And he's like, calm down. Like, it's becoming chaos, dude. He actually likes it because he's doing the right thing. The kids are running hard. Maybe they run into a kid once in a while because the kid's standing there picking flowers. Tell your kid to get his head on a swivel. The kid's running hard to second base. Anyway, I've just been hearing it more and more and more at these youth games. 7 years old, Jimmy, and the women are bitching.
Can you shut
I don't
the
put up
hell
with that.
please?
Tyler was in a tournament, 14U.
Yeah.
He's in a baseball tournament, and the opposing coach told one of our players to shut the blank up.
Nice.
And then in the handshake line, he told a kid to his face, shut the F up. And our coach was mad, but he told our kids, he said, look, if that 50-year-old wants to get into it with a 14-year-old, that's his problem. Don't be that way. Be better than that. But I asked Tyler, I said, if I were there and I saw that, I'd want to say something to the coach if he said something to you like that.
Jimmy.
And I said, would that embarrass you? And he said, please don't do that, Dad.
Sometimes, though, if he's no, wait, I know.
Tell your kids to stop
and I love
yapping.
Tyler for that because that's a good answer. But if some 50-year-old man tells him to shut the F up, you got to go confront him, not in a physical way, but you got to. What'd you say to my son? Don't ever
Listen, I'm
talk
as you
to him
know,
again.
I'm cowardly.
I know.
But I mean, you know that
Well, you kidding
I'm
me?
a shrinking violet. But I asked Tyler because I would want to not create a scene,
No,
but say,
just-
dude, what are you doing?
What'd you do?
Right?
What'd you say?
He said, please.
I know, and I don't blame him because it is embarrassing.
He said I can take care of myself.
Yeah, but I would be pissed. Charlie, what would you do if a 50-year-old man?
You have to say something.
God, yes. What'd
Later
you
on
say
in
to my
life,
son?
Tyler will realize that he will want you to say something.
Yeah.
You can't have an
don't think he
adult
would?
tell your child to shut the F.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Now, if they're in college, it's different.
Oh, man, I used to get that all the time. When I was 10, 11, 12. Oh, they were crazy, man. Yelling horrible things at me.
It's one thing when parents do it, and there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Especially when you play certain teams from way out, maybe a different sense of decorum.
Name some names. Name
But
some
you
high
hear-
schools and areas.
But you hear stuff from some fans.
You hear my question?
Well, first off, yeah, I'm just saying.
What,
certain
like
teams-
Eureka? Like people from Eureka?
Excuse me?
Never Eureka. No, sir. I'm just saying there are certain teams that have a reputation where the fans. And here's the other thing: it's youth baseball. You don't really need to slam 5 beers. They have beer for
What?
which is good at these things.
When I saw my nieces, I did.
Do you need to slam 5 beers?
I'm not slamming it, but I'm going to sip it.
What did I just say?
Is that
Well, I do
I
slam
said,
them.
I said, did you need to slam 5 beers? I didn't say, don't have a beer.
God, that's
is that something that parents really do at youth sporting events? Is they put stuff in a little thermos and sneak
No,
it in?
They have it on sale.
They have it on sale there. Yes, for
In
relatively
some-
cheap.
At some facilities, they
Ellisville.
do, and that's what I'm saying. There's
Cam's like,
some-
I go there for the prices.
Charlie, Kate's like, oh, you want to watch Eva play? I go, where's she playing at? Ellisville.
Who's Eva?
She's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm going.
Yeah.
It's nice, man.
You were like,
Huge beer for like $4.
You were like, I'm going to be there anyway. Glad I
Like, when are you
could see
playing again? Damn right.
Yeah, Charlie,
I'm good with my nieces.
Hey, do you have
We
any
need some
kids
booze.
playing? No, I'm just here drinking.
I'll go to their game and I'll watch YouTube channel with them. That's all. That's all. No big deal. That YouTube channel. My God almighty. Somebody said to my kid, I'd throw hands, Sanderson. Yeah, dude. Like, it's...
If it would embarrass your kid.
I know.
To me, it's up to my kid.
Oh, man. Oh, some old man says that to my kid. He's getting a late-night visit.
But they didn't say it to Tyler. They said it to someone else in the line. I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know because I would be furious. Like,
Jim,
I would want...
You'd be in Boston in the middle of the game, and E would text you, and you would leave the game and fly home that night. Who are you kidding? Where'd Jim go? Gone on a flight. This team has no ability to evaluate or develop their own players. Trade the good players and keep the scrubs. Nice strategy, the all-knowing expert.
So my wife just texted, "You're wrong, Cam is right." I don't even know about what. I don't even know about
everything.
Yep.
I don't like this alliance that you have with E now. You know what? I'm gonna go hang out with Gritty at your place.
He left 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
He left 2 weeks ago.
He texted me. He said
he's
the door's
there.
still open. The door's still open.
Knock the orange right out of him. Perfect, Charlie. Proving Cat just regurgitates takes everyone else says. Why didn't Cat mention the other awful Arenado month? Because he never heard anyone else say it before. Now Cat will be talking the 2 bad months. Angry old guy.
Because that was the worst one. Because that was the worst one. That's why I mentioned it.
Just by a little bit, though. Very similar.
That was the worst one.
Well, it was by seven OPS points.
Big difference.
I'm going to get hammered for this, but Trevor Bauer should be playing for the Cardinals and not in Japan. You could have had an ace pitcher for almost nothing. Gino Ojic from Bevo Mill. I read an article in the paper today about Trevor Bauer's becoming a huge celebrity in Japan, throwing heat. And they say we don't care about his allegations because they're just allegations and we're moving past from fake news, quote unquote.
And you know what
right
else?
Yonder.
You know what else? We maybe care about those allegations when we think our team is good.
Yep.
But now our team is really bad, and now those allegations.
They're allegations.
We're 10-20.
I mean,
he's a lot better than almost every pitcher we have.
People have short memories when it comes to this stuff too. If a year goes by and his ERA in Japan is like 2.0 or something like that, people are going to be calling for him to get him back here.
And by the way, I'm not a fan of Trevor Bauer, and I do think he did something wrong, even if he was not criminally charged. He also sat out 2 years.
He did. And there's other people that did crazy stuff that, you know.
You also have a legal system. So if a guy's not charged in the legal system, whether or not you believe it, to me, the guy has a right to make a living. However, you also have a right, if you own a team, to pick the guys you want on that team.
And, you know, if you're going to be hanging out with girls that want you to, like, rough them up, I'd just not hang out with them, too. You know, just don't do it. Just say no. You, too. Just say no.
Hashtag just say no.
Some girls like that. Some reason. I don't know. It's like, okay.
I know. I get it.
Yeah. You'll come across a couple. You're 6'4". You got good hair. You're going to be down in Chesterfield hanging out, drinking that wine with them Cougars. Just telling you. Cat, the point is, they got nothing for all of them. DFA for Garcia. Ozuna's not there for Gallen / Sandy Alcantara. And Wisdom, they got Drew Robinson. Wow, they crushed it. That wouldn't have chirped. That was like
I don't think Wisdom really would have had a. I mean,
you can't do Wisdom.
Had it all shaken out, Wisdom wouldn't have had an opportunity with this team.
Not at third base.
He wouldn't. So he just wasn't a fit here. The other guys, but they needed a bat. And they tried to get the other 2 outfielders with the Marlins, and they came up short. So they got a guy who had a resume of being offensively productive, also Gold Glove, which is shocking. I didn't buy that. And it didn't work out. But at the time, he wasn't the guy I wanted. But I don't remember everyone going, "Oh, that was terrible" at the time. Yeah. Hindsight's 20/20. Now, is it up to management to know better? Yes, they got to take responsibility when moves don't work out because that's their job to make better moves.
To be fair, Wisdom was really bad with the Rangers after he left the Cardinals. Then he played 2 games with the Cubs. He figured it out that next year with the Cubs. Has been really good the last 3 years. I didn't even realize this, though. In 32 games with the Cardinals in 2018, he had an OPS of 882. OPS plus of 139. I know he was really bad the next couple of years. I did not remember him being that good for a very small sample size with the Cardinals. but he was.
But I mean,
it's small sample size.
He wasn't a good fit where they could have plugged him in.
Okay, but none of these guys. And by the way, I'm cherry picking, but allegedly none of these guys are good fits. Yet they all go elsewhere, and they're really good. And by the way, almost everybody the Cardinals have now aren't good fits.
Well, what I said, I'll stand by, is they made a choice which outfielders they wanted. And like when O'Neill was good, it looked like, okay, maybe they made a right decision. When it seemed like Bader might be something, they made the right decision. Now it looks awful. But they chose outfielders that they thought would be better, and it doesn't look good now because it hasn't worked out that way.
And I'm not just focusing on wisdom, but that's also their fault. Like, we all joke about how we know sports, we know baseball.
Big time.
We don't on their level. And they are paid, and they're with a $1 billion company to make the right decision.
I just said that, and I just want to be clear so I don't get killed on the text line. I just said that exact thing. Didn't work out, but if you're putting the team together and you make the wrong decision, it's on you. I did just say that.
You all right over there?
He's taking. I mean, it always like reverts to Jim for some reason. They think Jim's like
I could
Ollie.
say the exact same thing, Charlie. And they'll be like, "Right, Charlie."
Well, the way I say it, though, I articulate it in a way that I speak to the people. I'm a man of the people.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Well, my point is this. Look, I can go back in 2019, and you can bring up a clip of me saying, yes, I'm glad the Cardinals got Marcell Ozuna. I remember being for that trade. It doesn't matter because I'm a hack radio host.
That's right.
And I'm not paid to make the decisions. So you can go back in time and go, hey, Charlie liked that move. Guess what? You gave up a bunch of studs. You gave up Randy Arozarena. You didn't give him a chance. And guess what? For 10 years, you had great moves. The last 5 or 6, you've had a lot of bad ones. Now, you got Arenado. That's great. You got Goldschmidt. That's great. But you gave away young studs. That is on you. That's what you're paid to do. And guess what? You're supposed to know if a 19, 20-year-old kid is going to pan out when he's 25. That is your job.
Damn right.
Your job is to make hard decisions on young players and try to figure out which ones will be good and which ones won't.
Yep.
That is your job.
As I said.
And yours.
As
I said it's so much better than him. Go
you
back.
damn
Except you screamed
and
it.
you said that good.
As I said, when we got Ozuna, people didn't. I don't remember people saying they shouldn't have gotten him, but it is the management's job to understand that they made the move, and if it doesn't work out, it's on you because you're paid to know better.
Yeah.
I just said that.
He just said that.
You can't enjoy 2023.
I just
Cardinals
didn't
over the day because
scream it.
Roger 23 is that.
Oh, I love it, man. Hey, guys, keep them coming in. Keep them coming in. I don't give a damn. Be emotional. We love all y'all. Well,
it's good
maybe
that
Jimmy
they're
don't
mad.
like couple, but it's good.
It's good that they're
we
mad.
want you to be pissed because you care and you want to listen to us. I love it.
Walt.
Get them in. 855-282-8255. We're going to take a short break. Charlie, what do you got? What do you got? Let the boy watch.
My wife also asked about that. She goes, what does that mean? And I said,
we'll
you
tell
don't remember? I said, you don't remember
We'll
Eastbound
tell you.
and Down? She's like, oh, I like that show. I go, it's from Eastbound and Down. It's a really stupid inside joke. We think it's funny.
It's hilarious.
Let the boy walk.
Yeah.
Hey, if it's down the middle, hit a 3-run homer.
What was that about?
Charlie does his country accent.
That was all the texters were upset at the this is last season. The Cardinals weren't hitting enough home runs or something, and you were like, guys, hitting a baseball is kind of hard. Like, take it easy on them.
Yeah.
No, we could all do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.